You know the usual. G'day guys and girls, Kieran French here, back with another live chats with friends. Excuse me. I can't believe how sunny it is today. They were saying it's supposed to rain, but it has been a beautiful day. I've just been fixing the car, painting the shed, trying to get things ready for the rain to hit. Today I'm talking to a friend. I've been friends with him for a long time. He pretty much inspired me to get into photography. His name is Mark. Hopefully I can get him on today and we can have a chat and see how he's been coping, as he actually lives in Queensland. Not sure if they've been in a lockdown, but seeing his perspective on how things are in Melbourne and how things are back with himself, that'll be pretty cool. See what's been going on. Here we go. Mark has requested, so let's join into this one. Hopefully it connects up. That'll be sweet. G'day, dude. How are you?
Hey, bro, how are you?
Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while, eh?
Sure has. We'll jump straight into this one. Do you want to just run through who you are and where you're currently living? That's if it hasn't frozen. Hopefully not. Otherwise, I'll look like a deal. So yeah, after Mark has unfrozen, I actually met Mark at a Melbourne mini truck meet. I have a bagged Hilux and Mark was there taking photos. And I sort of having a chat to him for a long time. Yeah, he's sort of suggested that I should get back into photography. I did have my camera there and I did some videos. And this was a long time back when I first had my car on the road. Hopefully I can get Mark back on. I think his internet connection was a bit poop. That's okay. So yeah, Mark sort of got me into photography and we've been, I guess, friends for a long time now. And Mark's moved up to Queensland. He started his own business in his media stuff. And then also he's doing some off-road components. He just started up, so that's pretty cool. Definitely keep me in the loop what's been happening. See if I request him again and get him back on. That'd be pretty cool. And we can start this again straight into this chat and get it rolling. Hello.
Hey, mate, sorry about that. I don't know what
No, you're right, dude. We'll jump straight into it. Do you want to just say who you are, where you're currently living at the moment?
Yeah, for sure. So, Mark Smyth. I'm in Brisbane, Queensland. Yeah, I moved up here about 4 years ago from Melbourne. I was in Melbourne just doing sales and management and a few different businesses. And then, yeah, made a big move with my wife and transferred up. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think you did the right choice there.
Oh, yeah, definitely, 100%. Good move.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. How are you
Yeah.
feeling right now? What's been happening in your life? Like, I know you just had another little one, so congrats on that one. And you're doing some pretty big things going on. So how are you feeling right now? What's been happening?
It's a pretty crazy time to be living in right now. About 2 years ago, I made the move to actually jump out of working for other people and started to work for myself. So I started my own video, media, photo company. I've been doing photography for a very long time and decided that I wanted to actually take the leap and do it as a full-time gig for myself instead of just part-time on the side hobby. And yeah, to say it was scary is an understatement because it was just jumping in with no sort of expectations, no ruling, no clientele. I was mainly just a photographer in magazines around the world, America and Thailand, New Zealand, a few different places that I used to shoot for part-time, but no secure job. So, big difference to do that, to go into Queensland, a state that I didn't know a lot of people, and try to generate work. So,
yeah, exactly right. I feel like you are thriving at the moment. Like coming from that leap when I first met you at the Melbourne mini truck meet, and us talking about cameras to where you are now. I don't think both of us would have been talking then and there that you had started your own business and you are looking at starting an off-road business, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
And some other little things and having little ones, bought your own house up there, doing lots of forward drive trips, making content. Those things, I don't think we had ever thought in our wildest dreams that you'd be in that position right now. So well done for you, I must say. And I'm always watching everything you've been doing. So it keeps me entertained. It keeps me motivated throughout the I guess, lockdown we've been through. So I must
Yeah.
say a big thanks for jumping on for today and having a good
Yeah.
old yarn with me.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I know. I feel bad sometimes being from Melbourne, knowing what you guys are going through, all the families in Melbourne, and still going through what you're doing. Lockdowns non-stop, flat out, and here I am at the beach or in a sunny weather right now, beautiful blue skies. Um,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly
I know
right.
it's a bit hard for family and friends that I've moved away from, seeing me out on the beach or enjoying things that I'm doing while everyone else is locked down.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that I think that's one of the things that makes me very, very jealous is watching you go out doing content on the beach with the four-wheel drive. So it's something I've always wanted to do, and you are absolutely killing it at the moment. So yeah, definitely making me jealous.
I don't know about killing it. I've got a few customers or clients that I'm working for regularly. EC Off Road in Yatla, they're doing mad builds. I'm creating content for them, running their socials, doing YouTube. Loving that. That's awesome. And then Black Bear Tires, done a bit of work for other companies like Legend X and Airbag Man and Treads on trips away that they've done,
Yep,
which are obviously big names in the four-wheel drive scene.
that
So
they
to
are.
get on
Yes.
board with those guys, yeah, that's sort of something I didn't think that I'd be doing within Australia. Um, Obviously, been doing stuff overseas for American businesses and whatnot, that's sort of where I thought I'd be going. But now working for those sorts of big names here, yeah, it's an awesome leap forward. And I think being in Queensland versus being in Melbourne, I wouldn't have been able to do it in Melbourne.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Right now, I definitely don't think you'd be doing anything other than sitting in your house trying to make your own content. Because I know that's
Yeah,
exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm in a lockdown. I can't do anything for 2 weeks, and I'm in a
yeah,
15K radius, which is absolute bull. So no forward
yeah.
driving, just building cars. But yeah, watching your stuff is pretty sick. So I've got a question for you. I don't know if it might not relate to you because obviously you're in Queensland. Um, have you been in a restriction? Like, have you been in a lockdown? Has there been any like virus outbreaks that made you stop work for a little bit or anything like that?
Yeah, so at the start of when I sort of started to do media full time, um, it did get a bit scary. There was some sort of wedding work that I was doing for a while, and that got put on hold. Obviously, weddings got restricted. A whole bunch of shutdowns did happen in Queensland, and there was probably 30 weddings that a wedding company I work for, Maple and Mist up here, they had to postpone them for at least a year and a half.
Damn, that's crazy.
So that was sort of March, April last year when it all started to roll out.
Yeah,
So I was freaking out then. Lost a whole lot of work. Weddings is good money, obviously, for a photographer.
that it is.
So
Yeah.
to have that taken away definitely hurts. But at the same time, it made me be more creative. So when that all happened, I jumped online and sort of saw what needed to be done out in the social media world. I got inboxing companies that were local and asked what I could do to generate content for them if they needed product photography for online. And a whole bunch of companies started to reach out and send me products. And I started to do, yeah, a bit of product and media work and running socials. And even for some smaller businesses, I helped them manage their social media accounts, which actually led me to EC Off Road.
Yeah, awesome. That's really cool, dude. All right, here's a good
Yeah.
one for you. Obviously you are working at the moment. What is your favorite thing, or I guess a favorite workplace that you like going to? I think you just say those boys that you're sort of working for at the moment, they got some pretty cool stuff coming out. So out of
Yeah.
everything that you're currently doing, what's I guess your favorite spot or a video or photo that you have taken in the last couple of months?
Um, Probably the biggest and best trips that I've done recently has been two trips to Fraser Island, a trip to Moreton Island, um, and a trip to Straddie. All of these things people pay to do,
Yeah.
whereas I get paid to go there and go four-wheel driving and go swimming in the ocean. And yeah,
Yeah.
so those trips when I travel to nice destinations that not many people get to go to ever and then get paid to do it. Yeah, they're sort of dream jobs, I guess.
They are, yes, they 100% are, dude. Because I know they're the things that I'm chasing right now. So definitely, I think we got a question for you, Mark.
Yep.
Can you see that?
Uh, so,
Yes.
so that's the Mac tribe. Yeah, our mate Ronnie Mac. He's actually the owner of the Katana build, so he's asked how much for the Land Cruiser build project Katana changed his life. Yeah, so Ronnie Mack is a big part that came through EC Off-Road. Awesome build. We all got involved. We all got to love him and know him. All got to have video calls, phone calls, and then beers at the end of it. So working for companies, four-wheel drive, where they build the actual four-wheel drives, and then getting to meet the customers and hang out with them and have a beer and celebrate what happens with their cars. Yeah, that sort of thing you don't get to do in every day-to-day industries.
Yeah, dude. You'll be making new friends every time something comes in. So I feel like your friendship group and base will be growing bigger and bigger every time you, I guess, are in the workshop. No, even if you are taking photos or videos or just on the tools for the day, just helping out. Yeah, definitely feel like for myself, I want to be in your shoes, and that's something I've always strived for. And watching your content and what you're creating is 100% awesome, I would say. And that's why I wanted you on today, a different perspective. You're in Queensland, what's been happening, obviously your family's back here, so it is hard to come down and come see your family. I guess that would be the next question. Do you think you would come down to Melbourne and see your family in the next, I don't know, couple of months? Or do you think it would have to be a year in advance after everyone's got their vaccination?
Yeah, so the whole COVID thing at the moment, we had our latest child. She was born 9 weeks ago today, which my parents haven't actually met her yet. They can't come up here and meet her. They're meant to come up in December for a holiday. They got accommodation booked, flights booked. My sister and her family. There was a big family reunion that was meant to happen, but obviously borders closed, and all the restrictions that are going on. They got told that their accommodation was cancelled. They got told that their flights were cancelled. So having grandparents not being able to meet their brand new grandchildren, having me not be able to see my mum and dad, sister, all of my nieces, nephews. It's real hard. I think if everyone sort of does what needs to be done, borders will open up, things will change. I think something that a lot of people ask me is why are Queenslanders getting away with it, or why are they not growing? I think the hardest part of answering that question is look outside. We're not trapped inside. We're out in this sunny blue sky most of the time, and we're not huddled up in rooms next to each other. So I think the fact that it is good weather, people aren't side by side in a lot of their jobs. There's a lot of outdoor opportunities. It's probably the reason why it hasn't spread as quick. But showing right now there is cases that are happening in Queensland. Who knows? We may go into lockdown after the NRL final on Sunday. It may all just unravel then, and cases may spread like wildfire. Who knows what's happening? But we would hope to think that everyone does the right thing. Vaccinations start happening. Borders open up. We get to see family again next year. But I'm pretty much writing off the rest of this year.
Yeah, I think I'm the same with you, dude. I think we'll be looking at writing off the rest of the year till sometime in December. There's not even able to go to the shops, which is pretty shit, because sometimes I need to go to Super Cheap Auto and I can't get parts. I'll look at whatever I need to get for the car. So at the moment, I'm just sort of like riding the wave, just seeing where it's going to take us. Hopefully it does get to a point where we are back to somewhat normal. As for that kind of stuff, I really hope that you get the chance to see your parents and they get to see the little ones, because that is sad. Like, literally, we can't even go out the front door without someone asking what we're doing. So I think in this situation, asking how you are in general is just the question I just want to get across, just to see how you're coping. Like, obviously, different state, you've got different rules, but it is still hard for you because you're starting a business, you're actually got a little one, or just had a little one, and you want to see family and you just can't. Shit times, really.
Sorry, just for a bit there.
No, you're right, dude. So it's like we can't really see anything, so it is hard times for both of us, and that's why I wanted to get you on board as well. Different state, different perspective, just to see how you are coping and what's been happening, and going from there, really.
Well, I can't wait till the borders do open up, because we'll have to get you up here and take you on some adventures to some of the places that I go.
Dude, if there isn't any type of spot or seat free or even the roof rack, I don't really care. I'm more than happy to come along with the camera, take some photos. You know what I'm like. I'm pretty easygoing, and
Yeah.
I love the adventure.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'll get you on board.
I've got a good one for you. What have you been doing on the weekends to kill time? Have you got a little project? Because when you were back in Melbourne, you always had mini trucks on the go. So have you got a project, or are you building something? What's been happening?
Yeah, so you're right. I always had something on the go. I think the biggest project that I've got right now is the 2 kids at home and my wife, creating the family, creating memories. But right now I do have my Hilux that I'm using as a day-to-day driver. It's not a mini truck. It is the lifted four-wheel drive. I'm hoping maybe next year I'll start a new project. Maybe get an old Chevy C10.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Whether I get a two-door or whether I look for even maybe a Suburban.
Okay.
Try to get a wagon and get it on the ground. I've always loved that style. My last mini truck, the Rodeo, as you'd know, I got inspiration from the C10 sort of styling and era. Now with that gone, I do miss that look and the style. So yeah, that's sort of the plan for next year. But for now, I'll just keep driving the Hilux and enjoying what I can do with it outdoors.
Yeah, awesome. So do you think you'll keep the four-wheel drive stuff, I guess your own car and adventures, or do you think you'll go back into mini trucking and that, I guess, slam scene?
Look, I haven't left the slam scene as such. I'm still,
oh, no, you haven't.
I'm still part of Sabotage Mini Trucking Club, and love all the guys in the scene. I love all the people that I get to hang out with. It's hard because I don't get to actually see them. I don't get to hang out with them. Don't get to catch up. All my friends in Sydney, Newcastle, Melbourne, Perth, Adelaide that I can't catch up at shows and see. I completely miss that. Once shows start to happen again and we can travel, I'll be there. I still catch up with a few mini truck guys here. Definitely always going to be part of that. I guess I've just now got a weekend warrior that I can take out and enjoy family time and create new adventures with. So
awesome.
I'm always going to be adventuring with four-wheel drives, but I'll always have a heart for mini trucking. And definitely get another mini truck down the track.
I agree where you're coming from with that one, because I actually still have the mini truck. It's at mum and dad's.
Nice.
I don't think I'll ever sell that car. So coming from when I first met you at the Melbourne mini truck scene and jumping in and then meeting all those boys, I don't think I'll ever lose my passion, my heart for that kind of stuff. Like you said, weekend warrior, like I enjoy going out and traveling, but my passion has always been with building cars, I guess modification and that airing out the car and watching people's faces go, whoa, what is that?
Well, I know that the whole four-wheel drive scene, people are starting to do more airbag suspension. Starting to incorporate a lot of what you and I know with airbags. People are putting into Land Cruisers and Rams and patrols. So there is the crossover at the moment of mini trucks and four-wheel drives in the air suspension world, but they're just keeping the car up instead of bringing them to the ground. Hoping that my background, my knowledge, my skill set of the air suspension side of things can accommodate to some of these companies that I'm working for.
I definitely think that you would be a great asset for some of these guys, obviously coming from that scene and understanding how cantilevers work and airbag suspension and how to run the power, all the lines and everything in between that we have learnt from mini trucking itself. And then also from the four-wheel drive side, bringing all that stuff across to those guys and just whatever you can sort of help out with. Definitely agree with you on that one, because that's something I know both of us can sort of bring across. And when it comes to both four-wheel drive, mini truck, anything car related, automotive, it doesn't have to be those two niches, I guess. I'm really glad that you're smashing it at the moment, dude, and your content's really killing it, so that's awesome.
Cool, bro. What about the GQ? What's on for the GQ next?
GQ right now, I'm going to be pulling out the rear seats and making it into a more tourer spec. The car is ready for forward driving and anything really hard. I have been building a sort of B-box. They are currently on my girlfriend's GU. I'm building that at the moment as well for her to, I guess, run around a driving car, something a little bit bigger for her. But the Patrol is currently sitting there. It is collecting dust. I took it out for a drive the other week. It was good. makes me sad that I can't really take it out and take the air pressure out and just enjoy not having any reception and just seeing where the track takes us. But at the moment, yeah, just pretty much waiting for parts. That is 100% one of the things I'm sort of waiting for all the time, and just figuring out where I'm going to get the money, because obviously at the moment I'm in a 2-week lockdown and I'm not working, so I'm just tinkering, really.
So maybe you can pick up where I did last time and contact some full drive or other car clubs or something in Melbourne and do some product shoots as well.
I think you have said, yeah, you did mention this the other day, and like I think I really need to get my ass into gear and start doing that. I've got all the camera gear that's ready for it, so taking the leap as you did yourself, definitely gonna have to do it.
And it is a lot of time. So the big thing that I did, I inboxed roughly 30 businesses locally, Brisbane, Gold Coast, Sunny Coast, and just said, I'm a local photographer, videographer. Is there any way that I can help out with your business? There was probably an hour of the day or hour and a half of just messaging people back and forward. And eventually businesses got back to me and said, yep, actually, we do need a photographer. You reach out to us. Are you available on this date? Or can I send you this product to be able to shoot? Or can you meet me somewhere and I can do something? So, yeah, putting yourself out there and literally going through Instagram or Facebook and doing a bit of the Gary Vee message of keep on hitting until you actually get someone swimming back and saying, yep, I need you.
Well, that's it. Yeah, I think not just myself, but the other people out there who are watching the live feed as well. It's hard to think about not doing it. If you do it and just, I guess, keep pushing for it, who knows, you might get 1 or 2 people out that one lot, which is what you've done. And now you're in a position where it's constant. And now that's what you're doing for, I guess, hopefully, if you like to do that, the rest of your life, really.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. We'll see what comes of it. But, yeah, there's plenty of work out there. There's people that are dying for creative people that are out there as well. So all you got to do is present yourself and give a bit of a case and show what you're capable of doing and showing up, really. Yeah, as long as you show up, then people will be able to give you some work.
Yeah, awesome. With the highlights, I'll go with the last question here, and we won't take it too much longer. Is there anything else that you want to really do to the highlights to get it, I guess more aggressive to forward driving, or less aggressive, more I guess road based or touring? What do you want to do for it?
Yeah, so the Hilux at the moment, stock engine and stock front end. I would absolutely love to be able to do something with the motor, whether it's put a bit of power into the stock diesel engine, or whether I rip it out and do an LS conversion like I have done in the past with other cars.
Yes, you have.
So that is something that I'd love to do, whether it happens short term, long term, who knows. The other thing that I want to do, I'd love to be able to do a SAS front end, so solid axle swap would be pretty cool. And then, as we just said before, with the air suspension, I would really love to be able to do 4-link in the rear, either triangulated or parallel with a Watts link, and get the thing on air. Which if I did that, I'd probably do air front as well, and show these guys what we can do with these sorts of cars, because it is doable. No one else really does it. So yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that, but whether it happens, I don't know. We'll see.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's it. Money and time we can get those into.
Yeah.
Someone said, should have bought a GU. All cars are the same. They're all capable of doing the same stuff. It's just the way you drive it and what's been happening in that situation of the four-wheel drive track.
And the budget, not to mention that, yeah.
That would be pretty awesome if you got the car to, I guess, a SAS front end, I guess, fully airbagged all the way around, so you could lift the car up to a certain height and to be able to tackle those, I guess, harder lines that we are watching the boys on Facebook or YouTube doing at the moment. So that'd be pretty cool. Do you think you would design it yourself, or you would send it off and get someone else to do it?
Look, locally, there's a number of companies that are sort of dabbling with little things, but there's Mex's Garage up here in Brisbane that deals with the mini truck side of things. He's very skilled with all the mini truck airbag suspension, has a whole bunch of ranges for himself with 4 links and all the bracketry that you need. So whether I just source a lot of the products from him and then try and install it myself, or get a bit of guidance from him, or yeah, I'm not too sure yet, but I would like to look at it and see if it is an option. And yeah, sort of go from there.
Yeah, awesome. So it sounds like you've got a bit on your plate there, Mark. You've got a fair bit going on at home with the little ones
Yeah.
and the wife, and then also
Yep.
the forward drive and the content media stuff you got going on as well. Do you want to plug those two as well?
Yeah, so I got Media Hilux on Instagram, Media Content Solutions. That's the business. That's where you'll see all the media that I do for other companies. There is also a new small business that I've started on the side. That's off-road components. So that's going to be just mainly creating a bit of a catalogue for other businesses to be able to plug their names and a couple of small products that I've made for myself. I've sort of been in the industry for a little bit now and seen that there's a gap. So, yeah, sort of watch this space on that one. But, yeah, that's pretty much it.
No, awesome, dude. That sounds really good. I see someone's in the background trying to get into your live, but they can't really see it. It's blurred out.
Yep, dogs.
No, awesome. So
All
I must say, if anyone is looking for some new stuff, parts, lights, whatever in between, off-road components, I know Mark has been plugging me in that one, saying get some stuff off him. So I know I need to get some stuff off you. So who knows, there might be some content coming your way from my silly behalf.
Yeah, all good. Hit me up.
Awesome.
I'll sort you out.
Yeah, thanks, dude. But I must say, we'll keep it at this one. A big thank you to yourself, Mark, to jumping on board, just having a chat with me, to seeing how you are in general and what's been happening with the family and back at home and lockdown and all that kind of silly ass shit that's been happening in Melbourne. So a big thank you for jumping on a live chat with me.
Appreciate the call. Definitely.
Too easy, dude. I'll leave you at that one,
mate.
and I'll see you next time.
Talk soon. See ya.
See you, dude.